It is the start of a long weekend of action here from Woodbine as fall has settled in. We're all settled in our warm studio. It was cold. I turned on the heat. Now I got the air conditioning on. Lisa Blow and Jeff Brett with you.
Were you one of those kids that tried to fool your father by turning the heat on and got caught?
No, not too bad like that. The big thing with my parents was, I didn't understand this, it was a big deal when we got an air-conditioned car.
Oh!
that was a big deal.
I wouldn't know what that is, Jeff. Yeah.
But my dad would refuse to use it.
Ah, yes.
So
that I can
he'd be like, we got 4x100 air conditioning. Now you roll down the windows, you go 100 kilometers an hour down the road, there you go, 4x100. I'm like, well, why did you buy it? Well, I lose power with the engine when the air conditioning's on. I'm just like, okay, Dad, whatever.
See, we were on an oil furnace, okay? And, you know, you would sneak in to try to kind of
get that extra degree.
A little bit. Yeah. And as soon as he heard the furnace kick in, hey, somebody up there messing with that furnace. I just say that because I know he's watching today, and I know they're warm in Kentucky, but it got cold. And they had a nice winter.
And congratulations that there was a Tbred winner at Laurel, a briquette that we know very well around these parts. And, you know, your parents are going to miss out Canadian Thanksgiving.
True, but they will have something, I'm sure. Now they get to do both now. You see, that's the trick down there.
I just want to update everybody in terms of the schedule that we have coming up because we do have racing on Monday at 7-pack that gets underway at 1:05. So we have 8, 11, 11, 7. Got the Jays on Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about football anymore, you and me.
Yeah, no. Thank you.
We're out.
Thank you very much to the
Eagles.
You should see the way that your team lost.
I know. I was ahead by miles.
It was my pick was just brutal. I picked the Eagles last night, and they were terrible. But anyways, post time 1:05 coming up for the Thanksgiving program. And as Robert said, we have 4 stake races coming up. Now, we have some jockey news that we want to pass along, the first of which totally caught me off guard.
Me too.
Sahin Savachi, this is going to be his last weekend riding here at Woodbine. He's going to take his tack down to New York. Now, he went down to New York over the winter time and had some success before he got hurt. But this is a major news development. I mean, he was thriving right now in the Jocks race. So I'm not sure what led to the decision, but we want to wish Sahin all the best.
I'm going to miss him, too. You know, I really enjoyed watching Sahin ride, but we wish him all the best of luck. I think, you know, going down there now is kind of a good idea in a sense because he can get the ball rolling right before their big meet begins throughout the winter months where he has opportunities to make some good money. But, yeah, we will miss him here, and that kind of changes things up as far as our battle is concerned for the top spot.
And we have a new leading rider right now, Rafael Hernandez. He's on top by 2 over Pietro Moran. The other news that, again, I didn't know until I walked in today. Sofia Vives got hurt in a morning train incident, so she's going to miss some time now. I'm not sure exactly how long she's out for, but we want to wish her all the best. So major developments in terms of 2 pretty marquee riders that we have here at Woodbine.
Yep, going to miss both of them in action right now. But, you know, Bob Tiller obviously now having a good relationship with Daisuke Fukumoto. He's going to pick up a lot of mounts there from the Tiller outfit. But there's some barns there. First call is always to Sahin, and they're going to have to be making some changes over the next couple of months.
You know what, though? There's a saying, like, one man's misfortune is another man's fortune.
That's right.
I know it's in one regard it is misfortune for Sofia, but you know when you look at Sahin, he's going down to try and build up his career, and I know some of these other riders are going to take the opportunity to hopefully get into some barns. Now we're going to start off the countdown clock with a look at our review from stakes action this past weekend. It was a busy weekend, obviously with international all kinds of stuff. You know, was that last weekend?
Yes. Can you believe that?
It feels like so long ago.
Wow.
So let's recap the Algonquin and the Cup and Saucer. And the Algonquin, speaking of Sahin, how about Sci-Fair? This was a pretty cheeky ride and a pretty interesting interview with you afterwards.
It was a lot of fun. I loved talking to Sahin, and he gave me a little jab, which I thought was great. Well, he gave everybody a little jab. I thought it was a lot of fun when he said I outsmarted him like I always do with this big move on the outside from Sci-Fair. You know, on a day that was tough sledding as far as handicapping was concerned, this was the most logical winner and probably the only winner that Jeff and I had on that program. But Sci-Fair got it done quite easily for Mr. Weaver and Mr. Sahin Savachi. And again, that was one of the, I really enjoyed what Sahin had to say in the winner's circle afterwards. I had a couple of giggles. but I think it was a tongue-in-cheek one too, because he must have known what his plans were as well. But I'm going to miss Saheen. He's been a lot of fun to watch ride.
What about conditioner Dale DeRousseau? He's got a live horse coming up on the weekend in a stake race, and he's got a filly here that beat the boys, and this is Dixie Law as her pen goes flying, and Dixie Law, bred by Garland Williamson, who's been involved in racing for a long, long time, and what's so cool about her is she hasn't even stepped foot under racing terms when it comes to synthetic, and you look at races like the Mazarine and the Princess Elizabeth, she might be a key contender in those races.
We have talked about Dale DeRousseau from the beginning of the season as one of the more underrated trainers coming into the year, right? And how many times have we seen him in the stakes winner circle this season? Quite a few. I mean, Church and State obviously is the first one that springs to mind. This is a lovely horse. He's got a great opportunity to win a stakes event for Chiefswood Stables coming up over the weekend. Piper's Gift, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That looks really, really good for Chiefswood. Again, young trainer with some great momentum, some good owners in behind him as well. I wonder what his plan is, because he has a young family. I wonder what his plan is, if he'll just put them all away.
That's the problem.
That's
tough. When you got kids in school, that's tough. And they had their Blue Jay gear on, so it was a big day for them.
Good kids.
I mean, the Blue Jays won, and then they lost, and then they came back and won again.
So tell me, though, when it was bases loaded, really, did you get mad at the TV in here?
I do.
So what'd you do? Mute it?
Well, the best part, there was a Leaf game on at the same time, so when I got nervous, I turned over the Leaf game for a bit. But then Leaf game ended. I was literally pacing the house when Jeff Hoffman comes in, because I don't trust this guy as far as I can throw him. And he's throwing balls, and then he gets this big strike, and I'm like, it was crazy. Anyways, we made it. So congratulations goes out to the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees lose. That's the same. What a shame. So Hernandez wins 4, Savachi wins 3, Drexler wins 3. Favorites go 4 for 10 on the program. Now we're going to start things off with a 2-turn main special weight race. And this is no ordinary 2-turn main special weight race. We have a $500,000 purchase from post position number 1. We've got a very expensive purchase that was bought in Japan, the 2. Valley of Kings ran great last time out. Trip handicappers would be all over the 4 and the 5. And instant response was pretty good early on this season. So I am curious, with 3 minutes in which I've stolen 20 of them, 20 seconds from you, where you are going to go here in race number 1.
Well, I ended up going to the 3, that's Valley of Kings, the Josie Carroll runner, because the horse did run second to a good one in Military Time when he was 100%. And I think we got to give Military Time a mulligan from last weekend, because we know that he had stepped on a shoe, twisted it, maybe he took off a pretty good chunk of his foot, so he likely need a little bit more time, and that might be the excuse. They just wasn't quite ready for last weekend's stakes event. But I'm going to show you a replay, too, of this Proud Painter, because if you're a trip handicapper, you're probably watching this one. Now, this is a Caravaggio that Pat Dixon trains for Colebrook Farms, and I don't really care what's happening here. What I really want to show you is what's happening on the gallop out. Now, you can see that Deshaun Gaskin aboard is, really urging this good-looking gray to keep on going. But, and I want to say, the first 2 horses were strikingly, amazingly handsome to look at in the paddock. That was amazingly. That was Big Time Boss and Mr. Blue. Do you remember we were looking at them both? We're like, I don't know which one I like better on looks. They were both so good looking. Big Time Boss might have just got a slight edge. But watch the gallop out here from the 4. And it's not really here. I was saying to producer Mike, keep playing it. So see, here we go. We're going to keep on motoring along. Like they're not really putting the brakes on them quite yet. We'll let them just have a nice, healthy gallop out. And so I would imagine that the stretch out here to 1 1/16 might be right up his alley. Now, I didn't use them in the top spot. I did use the 3 on top. Like I said, I think Military Time was 100% the day that this horse ran second to him. Then I'll use Proud Painter. And then I'm going to toss in the 2 Grand Warrior. It's not too often we see a Japanese bred racing here at Woodbine. And, it's funny, when I print it off, Jeff always sends me the racing form, because he's a good work husband. He always sends me the racing form so I can print it out. For whatever reason, that was like a bad file, so I couldn't print it. So I printed...
Are you implying I'm sending like bad stuff?
No, just that day it was a bad file. So the one that I ended up printing had the closer looks on it. So I was like, oh, cool, I don't have to look up these horses, because Ron did all the work for us. Ron or Sherry did the work for us. But yeah, this is a Japanese bred that's a half-brother to a Grade 2 winner in Japan who's earned over $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, and I don't know what 310,000 Japanese dollars is like in comparison. Sounds like a lot, though.
Sounds like a lot.
So, Grant. Rapoli Stable and Kevin Attard, they have a few first-time starters that are interesting this week.
They do.
One is a quality road that they paid nothing for.
I know. That's tonight.
Yeah. So I'm very interested to see how that horse does. I'm going towards 22 Souls. I had this horse on my watch list since July the 13th and finally makes it back. Now, I wasn't going to pick the horse in the Cup and Saucer, too tough, but against these, I think looks pretty good. This guy had a lot of run, was basically got into a blind switch, had to put the brakes on. So I'm hoping that one's able to recover. Take a lot of money right now at odds of 6-5. Is the number 5, 22 Souls. The only concern I have with Valley of Kings is I just don't know about the 2 turns from the dam side.
Yeah, but you know what? For the first race on Friday with a maiden special weight for 2-year-olds, this is a nice little race, even with the small field.
Yep, I agree. Race number 2 on the card will be at 6 furlongs on the main track. And topic number 2 is the stretch out. We just looked at that. So now we're going to get to topic number 3, which is the 11 2-year-olds that we now have going postward in race number 3. And Elisa, in our business, you know, the big broadcasters, they get stars and a Walk of Fame, or they win, like, what is it, the Guild Awards?
Sure.
Yeah. But in horse racing, you know you've made it when somebody names a horse after you.
That's
and
pretty
somebody
cool.
has named a horse after you. The late Paul Buttigieg named a horse after Elisa because Elisa is a huge fan of the horse by the name of Frockin' Mako. And his full sister is in this race named Elisa's Mako. Macho.
He's Frockin' Mako, but she's Elisa's Macho.
Anyways,
so I'm cool with that.
This horse was an RNA and a full to that one. And you know what, Elisa? The works don't look too bad. And the field, let's face it, if she's got any ability, she could win this race.
And you know what I'm really impressed by too? When Rick Hayashi said, "Oh, Paul named a horse after you," I was like, "Oh, please say they spelt it correctly."
And they did.
And they did.
Yes.
That'll make my mother
now
very
we just have to make sure the track announcer says it correctly.
Because
if he doesn't, he's a
Robertson's,
big
if he calls her Alyssa, I'm going to be really ticked off. So of course I have to put Elisa's Macho in the top spot. I have heard she's quite a beauty as well. So chip off the old block. So I'm going to be looking at her. I like the workouts, especially the last work from the gate. She might just be firing out of there. Plus, if she's anything like her brother, he's tough as nails. You know, we haven't seen him this year. I know we only saw him maybe once or twice, I believe. Unfortunately, he hurt himself. And I think Rick was telling me it was up high, like in the shoulder, so he needs some time off. But think about Frockin' Mako when he was starting his career last year and just how game he was. Like, he was... That's what I like the most about him. He might be a difficult horse maybe to have in the barn, but on the racetrack, he is so competitive. And if he passes, if that gene is there with that mare, that Elisa's Macho has exactly the same type of ability and grit, then we could be in for a fun one. So I have to put the horse in the top spot. Then I use the 6, Dow, and the 2 horse who's on the drop. So many droppers. It's that time of season. Now you have to start weeding through them all.
Now, you have to make a promise to me.
I do, I promise.
If this horse wins, you have to get your picture taken.
And I have my Buttigieg jacket.
There you go.
I'm waiting. I'm ready to go, guys.
You're ready. All ready. So I've gone 4-6. And you got 4-6-2-10. I went 4-6-10-3. So we do see it very, very similarly there coming up in race number 3. But Elisa has finally made it. A horse named after her. And let's hope that she can run a little bit.
I bet she can.
If she takes after her brother, she'll be just fine. That mare's kind of an interesting mare, too. She never ran. I think this is the last foal, too. I think she only has the 2 foals.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yep. It would be a lot of fun to see.
Charge is topic number 4. Charge! Race 4, mile of 16th, 7,500 claimers in here. And are we talking about somebody coming from off the pace? Like what led to this this lovely title that you've given us?
I don't know, because producer Mike came up with it, but my guess is it's going to be a charge late because there's really no speed in this race.
That's valid.
Like, so I don't know. Is everybody going to be coming home late? But watch
Maybe
for Hurricane
Buff Bay
Gizmo.
On the stretch out.
That's the only thing I could see.
Yeah.
Was Buff Bay on the stretch out might be the lone speed in this race, and that makes that horse a little bit scary. But here's the replay from Hurricane Gizmo back on September the 20th. Now this is going today's distance, and this is in the same condition as we'll see her in today. Now, she was bet down as the favorite, moving to the country, gets the win, but she has a really nice effort to finish in second under Ryan Munger. He is back aboard again today for Barb Minchell, and he really is working with her, working pretty hard. hard to get her there, and she gets some. Again, this is like that standardbred thing. When another horse comes up beside her, the 8 kind of took a good look at her, and she started to really kick into gear again. We notice that a lot with harness horses, but yeah, this is great. So I think a super effort. A couple more jumps, we might have had it done. I don't think she's hooked herself up with a really tough field here today, so I'll use her up on top. I don't think she's, going to be too far back. In fact, she might just sit slightly off of the one-horse Buff Bay, who will likely go to the front end. Maybe you'll see a little bit of speed from the 3-horse Mrs. Hotshot, but aside from the 1-horse, it's really hard to say just how this race is going to unfold, but I'm hoping the 5 finds herself there.
And you know what, you and I are thinking that, I know Sophia was supposed to serve days, and I don't know if it was now and then she got hurt, because this came out last Friday, right?
This came out
Tuesday.
And I thought that was unusual too, that it was Hoyt who was named on Debbie Rhombus's horse.
And no Sophia anywhere. So maybe she did get hurt beforehand. But anyways, Jason Hoyt now picks up the mount there. Now, that's all. Got totally slammed at the start last time out. You look overall in the 1 for 30, like Ron's picking this horse. 1 for 30, that's a dicey pick, but ran terrific 2 starts, go in against Twisting Pistons, who turns out to be a great reference.
Well, there's a few live Sophia horses that people are going to be looking for. Gizmo's BFF, I saw that horse is in the entries. I think it's Jeffrey Alderson who gets bored, but I don't know if Jeffrey gets along with her the same way Sophia has been, but he's one of the barn's go-to riders. So we'll watch for all these Sophia mounts as well.
Now, are you the type of person, you eat way better than I do. Are you the type of person that goes to the drive-thru and you get like the combo?
Jeff, I don't go through the drive-thru.
Ever?
That's the trick. I don't like fast food very much. Nope.
When you're in a rush somewhere.
Never, buddy.
I'm calling fake news on this.
Nope, never.
You come in with Tim Hortons all the time.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I get a donut. I just get a Tim Hortons. That's all I get.
Anyways,
you can ask Harold. You can ask Harold Fortune. He knows.
We're gonna make this a combo because you have a late double play today.
Well, they do have a late double play. I'll give you that.
So we're gonna kind of combine races 6 and 7.
I would say maybe once. The only fast food I like is in Kentucky. There is a burger place.
That narrows it down.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna get a text any minute now. I cannot think of what it's called. Dad, send me a text. Every time I drive past it, I stop and I pick up burgers and fries, or we go for burgers and fries. Right. It's not quite McDonald's. It's an elevated, not Hardee's. Come on.
Before we get to the back half of the double, let's get to the first leg of the double. And here we're going to go a mile to 16th, main special weight event. Now, I want to ask your opinion on this. I'm picking this silly risk, but where do you ever see a quality road that you pay $3,000 for? And the horse is working like this.
Yeah. What's he got, a foot on sideways, another one on this one?
I
don't know,
Did you pick this horse?
I put the horse in for third because I'm kind of tempted, but as opposed to the $3,000 horse, I'm looking at the $775,000 horse.
Right.
There it is, Culver's. Oh, Culver's. Oh my gosh, we don't have it here in Canada, but
so you do get fast food.
Yeah, but only once a year we're talking about when I go down to visit the Fam Jam. But Hands in the Air is what I've done. This is a gun runner, $775,000. Come on, and then the 2 Orient Beach, who gets Sahin Savachi taking over, which I find kind of interesting. And then I use this silly risk horse because it's a $3,000 purchase of a quality road, but Rapoli owns the horse, so there's got to be something. Listen, I'm sure down the line she'll be a lovely broodmare. We just got to get the maiden win out of the way.
Here's a look at Robert with a Tap My Desire, and Robert says value on tap. You see what he did there? Play on words.
I see what he's doing.
Tap My Desire.
See, but I thought maybe. Yeah, I'm happy to see Tap My Desire getting back onto the main track. I think that might be.
We got the best nicknames at the racetrack. Short man.
Short man. We do.
So there's a look at some of the connections involved with the 6th step being Tap My Desire. So silly risk, might be a silly play on my part. A $3,000
I want to see
purchase.
This horse.
And I love Mom and Dad. You're watching the show.
They are.
I picked the $3,000 purchase.
Of course.
$775,000. Just letting you know, okay? The way things go there. That's like that. The back half of the double now goes as race number 7 on the card. Oh, I googled something.
What's that now?
What ook pick is.
What is an ook pick?
It is an owl, it's
a type of owl?
It's like an Inuit owl.
It's an Inuit word for an owl?
Yeah, it's like a toy owl. It's like a tiny owl, yeah.
Okay, all right, I got it. Because I was thinking this might be some kid who says ook pick instead of toothpick or something like that. But yeah, this is an interesting firster from the Bev Chub Barn. A 10-1 morning line, and gets in here with some nice works. A work from the gate in 48, another work in 1:03 on September 28th. I like the works.
I'm picking her.
Second foal from a mare who was a one-time winner. I used her second. I used Florida Vacation. I think, we get experience on her side. We get that drop from 40 in for 25. It's a strong jock trainer combo, and I think we're going to be flying up front.
Yeah, listen, it's kind of today, right group of friends, right?
Yeah, but see, that's my late double, is my Attard late double, but it's not the father-son or same Attard. I've got a Sid Attard late double using Sid's horse up on top, Florida Vacation, and then it's a Sid Attard late double, Florida Vacation onto Symbol Court.
I got totally confused because I thought there were 7 races
I know,
today.
it's okay, buddy, you're
There's
good.
8.
You were really upset that I don't go to the drive-through. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm not upset. I'm just not a believer.
No, I swear to God,
Lie detector test.
I do not.
Lie detector test. That gets the second leg now. The double now goes to race number 8. Because normally on Fridays we have 7 races. That's why
I know, it's throwing you right off. You're going to have to. It's like yesterday when you called me to remind me not to come to work. I have to tell you today, don't go home after the 7th.
I know. So I was the type of guy in school. I always got the triangle or the symbols.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and symbol courts is one. I'm going to pick here on this spot. Speaking of right group of friends, especially the rail being so good now.
This is the horse.
Yeah.
So that's why I like that Cititard late double today. So I use the one up on top on the drop in for 7,500. It's the lowest price tag this horse has ever been in for. It is a handicapper sweep in race number 8. We're all going this direction. And then I use the 7. This is the Willie Armada horse who dropped last start out, but I think the drop was a good one. And you have to remember that the winner, Voices from Above, won by 10 lengths. So really this horse was kind of best of the rest. I'm a little concerned, what happened to I'm a Beast last start out? They put the blinkers on, and I guess the horse just didn't like the blinkers because they're taking them off really fast here today. And the other one that I tossed in is the 2. Really thirsty. Yeah, just because the barn is very live.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think you've kind of narrowed it down to kind of the key obvious ones in that spot. The only one I would have kind of otherwise entertained is maybe Victoria Elizabeth, although she laid a bit of a clunker last time.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about tossing in Van Du for the high five.
Yeah, I could see that
if you're
too.
Playing that.
Drop,
you get the
off,
rider change to
Gaskin.
Things might change there. Hard to say.
There we go.
But it does look like a really good opportunity for Sid to sweep the late double. And the last time I said that, I was right, because Bob Tiller swept the late double.
Are you going to put money where your mouth is?
Yeah, sure.
Plays of the day. What would you consider a good day for plays of the day? Like 2 for 4?
Well, I think I had 3 out of 4 ones.
I know, but
that was pretty good. In general? Well, lately? Yeah, 2 would be great. Mo Argentino in the second race. I was thinking that could be a pick 5 key. That's the Kevin Attard dropper, and that's a big drop from 40 in for 15. Of course, I got to put Elisa's Macho, but I'm going to back her up for place just in case.
That's fine.
New Friends got me good. That's the Nathan Squires horse that pops up in race number 5. I like that horse on today's program. And then Florida Vacation is my Cititard late double. That kicks off for you in race number 7.
Here are mine. My watch list is 22 Souls. My debut threat is going to be Silly Risk. We got Kevin, another first-time starter in Ook Pick. And my best bets is Symbol Courts coming up in race number 8. You can key that one, the multi-leg wagers here today. Doug's best bet is going to be Valley of Kings, who's ice cold right now on the board at 7-1. That makes no sense. That will come down. We're battling best bets here. Proud Painter and Woodbine TV.
Of course.
This is such a suck-up play from the Woodbine TV prod. Oh my goodness. Have I ever
they must want me to work a couple of extra days.
A bigger suck-up play than this. So clearly this is not artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence has got no feelings. So
we gotta cheer for her.
Yeah.
We gotta cheer for her.
That is the ultimate suck-up job right there. Holy smokes.
When you got it, you got it.
That's it. Anything else you want to pass along?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm gonna go to the drive-through. Can I pick you up anything?
I know, because there's no Culvers in Canada. Oh, you got to get the milkshakes. They're made out of custard,
I do
Jeff.
like
No, they're made
milkshakes.
out of custard.
I do like
so they're like extra fattening.
Music to my ears. When we come back, it's all set for race number 1. We're 28 minutes away from the first main Specialweight race. Around 2 turns coming up next.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Race in the world. Pinch me, I think I'm dreaming.
They're off, Midland Dubai World Cup.
And they're into the stretch. 2 of the great racehorses in the world. Giant Killer, by name and by nature. A race for the ages.
I would like to personally apologize to producer Mike. He spends hours working on this script. I clearly am not following it today. I don't know how many races there are today. I don't know what's coming up next in the show.
Don't know what day it is.
Don't know what day it is. You know the stats in the racing form off the layoff? Yeah. Off a 4-day layoff?
Yeah.
Apparently I'm terrible.
Yeah, well, hey, at least he knows what a nuke pick is.
I know what a nuke pick is. Anyways, the script says we're now doing the pick 4 before we talk about race number 1. So let's get down to business here and talk about the pick 4 a little bit. Okay, so we thought about Keen Hurricane Gisbo, and then we're like, whoa.
It's
These are
$7,500
low-end
claimers.
claimers. So let's toss in a couple of others. That's it, that's all, and we'll also toss in the number 3, Mrs. Hotshot.
Yeah, I mean, those are the other logical players in this race. So it's a 2, a 3, and a 5, and maybe we're just not that confident. If we had hit this, say, on Sunday, then we'd like, just key the 5. Yeah. But we're just a little shy right now.
Yeah, a little shy right now. Us shy? That's
hard to believe.
Let's get to race number 5 now. This is the second leg of the sequence. So I like Country Boy Survive as my top pick on the stretch out, but you Got Me Good.
I do. I like this horse on the drop in for $25,000. And, don't forget, this horse was second, back on the main track when going this distance. And then they tried the turf, and that still resulted in a decent effort. Sayunis, of course, is a pretty nice horse from the Roger Atfield barn. I just don't know what happened last start out when the horse faded, but I think, we take the blinkers off here today, we drop in, we find some new friends. So I went 3, and then the 7 is another interesting horse in there too. Country Boy Survived.
Yeah, Got Me Good. Much easier spot today.
Hey,
for that
Sid
one.
could have a really good night tonight.
He could. Race number 6 would be in a mile and a 16th. We've kind of touched on this one. We've got the very inexpensive first-time starter and one that has had a lot of experience. That's a very expensive horse. We'll use the 5 and the 7.
So one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum. And actually, Jeff could put his hand up for $3,000 and have silly risk.
I'd love to know the backstory on that.
There's something.
What happened there?
It's like that Justify that Kevin ran too, remember? And it was through the digital sale. We're like, come on, it's a Justify, and they bought it for 20, like whatever it was. And so we're onto it.
We're gonna find it. We'll take a look in the paddock and pass along. And then the 7th race, we're gonna go 2 deep in here. We've got the Owl and the Florida Vacation. We've got Oop Pick and Florida Vacation.
That's another Sid Attard runner, as mentioned. I think Sid's got probably 3 great opportunities to win on tonight's program if everything comes to fruition.
I am so glad that tomorrow you were driving the show, because clearly I would have gotten pulled over today the way that I drove this show. $4.80 if you want to play along. Very inexpensive ticket. We had it pricier, and then we're like, we're just not comfortable spending that on this particular sequence. So,
and I don't think we've yet to really hit it on a Thursday or a Friday.
But we don't really spend that much.
No, we never spend a lot of money on a Thursday or Friday. We save up our cash for the weekends.
Yeah, we do. Or for $775,000 horses. Now, are we finishing the show?
Yeah.
Okay, when we come back, I think I've said this once before, we'll get you all set for race number 1. It's a main specialweight race for some young